Desley. Hi, everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Whoa. Whoops. I'm just going to post the list right now so everybody knows where they are. There aren't too many of us here right now. And I'm going to get ready with my card for the collective, which will be from the Liminal Forest Oracle by M.J. Quillenane. All right. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. It's cooled off so nicely here. It's so comfortable. Great day today.
We're in Detroit area, and it's been very hot, but the last couple of days have been a little cooler, so that was nice.
Well, and we've got to cool off for a while now. Maybe this is a sign of fall,
I think so.
but you never know with Michigan. Tomorrow it's going to get up to 83. It's going to get in the 80s for 2 days. That's going to be down into the 70s for about a week. I'm looking forward to that.
Sonny, your new admirer was wondering where you were.
Oh, he's around. Don't worry, Kara. Remember, we start. Was it Kara who was asking? No.
A new admirer would not be
Ah,
Kara.
I realized that after I said it. Thank you, though.
Jamie's Cowboys said something about Sonny.
Yes. Well, Sonny is around because, or he's in and out because they just have their dinner before we start this show. They eat at 7 o'clock, and so I feed them a little in advance on Thursdays.
Nice.
And rest assured, he'll be going back and forth to that bowl. Mr. O, pick a card. They're all read up, right?
It's Shell.
Oh. Shell. That's interesting. Oh, pretty card, though. All right. In the relentless quest to meet others' expectations, to seamlessly fit into the carefully prescribed mold society presents, we often find ourselves donning layers of armor. This armor, while protective, masks our true essence, casting shadows over our individuality. It's a shell, a shield against scrutiny and judgments of the world, a world that too often values conformity over uniqueness, the predictable over the unprecedented. Shell is a reminder to hear the stirrings of your authentic self. What dreams remain unchased, passions unexplored because of the expectations of others. The journey towards authenticity is not without its trials. It demands vulnerability. Shedding the shell often reveals the unguarded spirit beneath. The part of us that fears rejection and misunderstanding. Yet, when we embrace our true selves, the doors meant for us swing open as if by magic, leading us to the opportunities that resonate with the deepest fibers of our being. These opportunities do not demand we change to fit them. Instead, they embrace us as we are, celebrating the idiosyncrasies and quirks that define us. Does this not have a little sense of deja vu to you?
Maybe.
Maybe like for the card for tomorrow?
Ah,
Yeah.
got
So,
something in your pocket there?
you
Not a
gotta read
rocket.
tomorrow's
Not a rocket.
you gotta read tomorrow's card of the day for the collective to understand that in joke there.
Oh,
I'm not going to give it away. But I am going to say that it's going to be an interesting next 2 days for our cards of the day. And it includes some of the ideas presented here. And today, okay, a lot of times oracle cards speak of masks, the masks we have to wear and be somebody maybe different when we're in different places. But this shell seems to be a little bit more, shall I say, hardcore in that it's something that we choose to cover our true selves to always fit in. You know how hard that is. Living a lie is not an easy thing to do. It is not. And sometimes we have to do that at, different parts, different facets of our life. Tell me you've enjoyed doing that, because it's never fun. It really is never fun. Being your true, authentic self is what we yearn for. And we need systems and societies and communities that will uplift us for who we are rather than try to tamp that down. It's not easy, standing out and being different. There are risks. Hey, there are risks in what we do right here. Some of the things I even say in my cards of the day. So, you can decide whether you want to play a game or if you want to show the world your true, authentic self.
very cool. It almost reminds me a little bit of what I talk about in one of my segments of Got Tarot, the Dark Avatar, which is kind of a persona or archetype that we use that contains our shadow elements, but we can kind of also say, well, it's not really us, it's just what we're emulating. It's a little more complicated than that, but there's something similar there. Hi, Ari.
Kara, too.
And Kara, I already said hi to Kara.
Well, Kara, pierogies. Jeez, oh, Pete. Stop it. I talked to Mr. O a while back, and it's a while back
I
now,
like pierogies.
that we should go to this Polish restaurant that's in a city not too far from us, since we no longer live in Hamtramck, and
Is
try
it
out and see if they have
Wyandotte?
pierogies.
Wyandotte?
Yeah, the Joe's, what is it called?
The history of the
Joe's
downriver
Polish.
suburb is that a lot of the Polish people that started off in Detroit ended up hiving off over this way, but also to the north of Detroit too.
Right. But at any rate, I want to check that place out someday. And I can't think. Oh, was it? No, I can't think of what it is. I'm thinking of the Polish Eagle, but of course there's Under the Eagle in Hamtramck, so I'm not sure I'm confusing the
The
two.
one that's got the double-headed eagle
Yeah,
on Biddle.
yeah.
I know what you mean, but I can't think of
Okay.
the name of
We
it.
can't think of the name of it, but now you're making me think of pierogies. All right. Hi, Ari. Hi, everybody. Well, thank you, Shirley. I appreciate that. Living in a crazy world right now, and some of us are less safe than others, and let's try to be kind to people right now because this is a difficult time. So, all right. That's what I have for the collective, and let's move on to our readings. Let me
That's a good
re-
question, Jamie's.
repost the updated list.
And Sunny Bun has returned, the first of many times.
All right. Oh boy. All right, Libra. Libra is up first.
All right. And Libra said
Spirit guide message.
spirit guidance or message?
Spirit guide message.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, I've got some grape juice mixed in with water.
It's not cranberry?
Were you fooled?
I didn't know what it was. I just said, oh, it looks like cranberry.
No, it's the grape juice.
I see. Well, that feels okay. Alrighty.
It's great.
Spirit guide message. Should we do it your way?
A spirit message? Yeah, let's do it that way.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Could I have said no?
I know, I'm wondering. The first card is the reversed Page of Cups.
Well, okay. The spirit message might be that you really need to pay attention to your intuition more. That's what I think here. We talk about different things with the Page of Cups all the time. It could be a date that gets canceled. It could be some sad news coming. It could be a lot of things. It could be paying attention to your intuition in dreams, and it's reversed. And I really feel this right now, Libra, that the message from Spirit is, now that the veil is thinning, we should start paying attention more to our intuition and pay attention to the signs maybe that you might be getting from your dreams. You're usually pretty good at that. So, maybe this is just a call to not ignore what may be coming.
I like that because I do feel like there is a glimmer of something else here too. I think Banshee's right. It does mean pay attention to your own intuition, or if you pull your cards for yourself, things like that. But I'm also feeling like there's a reason because something important is possible to be missed or overlooked. And so you really have to watch for that. And it may be something about relationships. It may be about an event you wanted to go to that you know would make you happy or something like that. So pay attention to your intuition because this is an event that almost looks like it's trying to fly under the radar or a situation fly under the radar. And Spirit is telling you to watch for something. Why is this important? It's the reversed Ace of Cups. I sort of hate when we get them reversed in a row.
Getting Nicole on the list right now. So,
Sure.
Nicole, you are on the list. No problem. You are definitely early enough. All right, so what is it again?
It's the Ace of Cups reversed.
Yeah. Well, why is this important? Because, well, I think because you need to open up more. It's possible here that something is weighing heavily on you right now, heavily maybe on your heart. It's affecting you emotionally, and it might be causing blocks. That's sort of why I think it's popped up here. Oftentimes when I think of the Ace of Cups reversed, I think of a heart that's closed. And I think right now what it could be saying is, some things that have been affecting you emotionally are closing, your connection to your intuitive side. So, even you're not sure whether maybe in some instances you should be trusting your gut or not.
It's important that you watch for clues in your own intuition or symbols, whatever, because something is slipping away from you that you really care about. It could be a person or a relationship. It could be a situation that you did regularly, and now this thing is going away for some reason or the other. And that's what it is. It seems to me that you're going to miss something possibly that you really don't want to because it's something that seems to have brought a lot of love or joy in your life, but it may be leaving you. Maybe your intuition wants you to understand that you don't have a choice here. Maybe it will be a blessing in disguise, but you just need to be aware of some of the parameters there.
So, where are things headed? I like it.
Five of
Nice.
Swords reversed.
Oh, I thought it was a three. I don't
No,
like it.
no, no, we don't like that.
I don't like it.
It looks kind of grim.
It does look kind of grim, and it's making me really wonder what's going on here. Do I have to rethink this reading? Sometimes when we do these three cards this way, it turns out rather unexpectedly. And so, where are things headed? I think where things are headed is that you're probably going to release some of this drama from your life. You're going to move away from some of these things that have been blocking you. And so maybe what it's saying is ultimately things will start to open again, but it really wouldn't hurt for you to start considering the impact, that this is having on your psyche right now.
Maybe your intuition is fluffy right now because you really should just get away from this. Maybe whatever this is, your intuition isn't possibly reliable because you really just need to get away from the situation. If it's a bad romance or if it's a bad emotional
Yeah.
situation. It just sort of feels like there's nothing to be won for you there. If nothing else, it needs a big, timeout.
It gets weirder.
The ring and the child. Um, hmm. So is there a commitment to another relationship besides this one, like a child from a relationship? Or is there a child's aspect that might be important here somehow?
Commit to taking small steps towards, either breaking from the things that are bringing you so down that you're blocked the way you are, or taking small steps to work on reconnecting with your psychic side more, with your intuition more. I think that's might be what it says here. I would say that if the situation that Mr. O, or that maybe I'm seeing here playing into this a little bit, has to do with a child, one of your children, then you need to make a commitment to working it out, solving it, trying to fix it. It won't be easy, though, with that Five of Swords reversed. I would say that. So this was kind of a weird reading, Libra. I don't know whether I need to kind of recap it, but I feel here, looking at the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, it's just saying you need to open up more in some way. Maybe it is your heart, your emotions in some argument or something that's gone astray. Maybe this is what Spirit is trying to tell you. And you need to make a step by step, slow, sure commitment to making it better. Or you're really feeling blocked right now. You can't sort of get a beat on things, and your heart is blocking you. It's things that are going on in your life, maybe conflicts with others or disagreements that seem to be blocking you. And again, I'm just going to say take baby steps forward in committing to trying to reconnect yourself to your higher wisdom. That's what I got.
All right.
I guess that's what he got.
Yeah, I pretty much said
Okay. So you got cards to pick up there, don't you?
I do.
All right. Jamie's Cowboys is up.
No, I know where your question is, Jamie's. Can I please have a journal? Want to know why the truck from the wreck feels dark and bad energy.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Okay, I'll read
And
it.
let me give you the Lenormand.
Yes.
Go on.
Can I please have a journal? Want to know why the truck from the wreck feels dark and a bad energy.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Let's see.
Yeah, I said so when I first read it.
All right. Let's use this one. Hmm. Oh, I don't have that in a band. All right. I'm sorry, I was trying to keep up with the chat here.
There's a lot
Tara
to
in
keep
her
up with,
Polish
isn't
town, pierogi.
Mhm.
Well, Hamtramck was our Polish town, and they did have festivals every year, and great bakeries and shops and restaurants. They're having a lot of problems right now, though, as a city. They're going through some changes, and let's see. Okay, and I see Nicole has posted a bit about her question, so
I'm not sure if it's about her question, but
when I see it's about Libra too, okay.
That's interesting.
Wow, Jamie, that's crazy. Crazy stuff going on. Okay, excuse me. We've got the Three of Wands reversed. We got the Sun reversed. Wow, this is so weird. It's these cards today. The Two of Wands upright.
Is the photo what you were talking about before that you were trying to get to our email? Sometimes some file sizes of a picture can be too large and your email provider may not want to carry that, or the one you're sending it to may not want to receive it. But you would get a specific message that the file was too large. Okay, so over in Lenormand, it's the tower and the stork.
I don't know.
Okay, so I guess, reading between the lines, you're wondering if there's something darker energy or something possessing about the truck that was with the accident you were involved in.
I have to do a yes no, but I'm curious what you think here.
Well, right away in the context, the sun reverse could be almost that negative, but normally the reverse sun isn't a highly negative card. But in the context of your question, it might be relating to that. So we have the Three of Wands reversed and the Two of Wands
Hey,
upright. And sometimes the Three of Wands says you weren't ready for this, or you won't be ready for this. This will be something that you can't do right now, and maybe the energy of something like the sun reversed is blocking that, or at least at this time. But the Two of Wands says you will find a balance, or a balance that needs to be found.
well, I'm not sure these cards are painting me a clear picture at all, or him for that matter.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure.
But I would say the Three of Wands here reversed could indicate that um, there is something trying to disrupt your plans, your energy in a way. There may be something, here about that. And what's interesting about it, getting the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands, correct me if I'm wrong here. Isn't the Two of Wands about travel, movement, could be
Yeah, I
a
was
vehicle?
looking at that differently, I
By
suppose.
plane, though, not so much car. But it does make me wonder if it is alluding in some way to this vehicle. Um,
Oh,
that's why I mean, so I'm getting
I missed
that.
that one totally.
I'm getting that from this reading, but I almost think like they're trying to make things disruptive, but not necessarily catastrophic. Because the sun is reversed, and the sun to me, reversed, is not necessarily an evil, dark card. I don't look at it that way. I think here you may not want to jump to conclusions yet on this, and also, maybe we want to do a yes no on this to kind of clarify. But the stork in the tower indicates to me, could this have begun since you initiated your court cases? You are suing that driver, right?
Also, the sheriff.
And the sheriff. Well, I know that. But you're wondering if the truck, right, it involved in the accident. I'm assuming it's the other person's truck, right? Not yours, or not your vehicle.
Yes,
So I'm wondering here if This didn't start when you initiated the court case. That's what it looks like to me. That it might be tied to some energy. Sometimes people don't necessarily send out evil or a curse unless their vehicle is automatically cursed, but they don't often send it out. But if they have a real dark, angry energy about what's going on, it can hit you. It can hit you. So my advice would be to try to, do what you can to put up a lot of protection around your house and property right now. Because whatever got stirred up by this accident, whether it's unintentional or intentional, you can protect yourself. I feel with the sun here, it just seems like maybe you could make this right because there's a Two of Wands upright.
If the truck wreck is on your property, I don't know if you can do this, but um, I would surround it with a circle of salt. I would go out and get a lot of salt, and I would just pour a circle of salt all the way around it and seal it.
All right.
You looked at me dubiously.
It's all because it's his truck. I see. Is that what it is?
Well, I believed earlier she said there was a truck on her property.
Ah, and that's what it
The truck
was.
at my house now has been a crime scene and stolen. Is the truck? I thought that's what you were saying earlier.
Ah.
Maybe I got it wrong because I'm not.
No, I think you're putting something together here. I think you had a break-in or something because things got stolen, and right? So you've been victimized.
Well, we know you're Jamie, of course.
I think you're kind of combining some of the concepts, but it's okay. It's a little bit vague to me too, what you were asking or how it was asked, but I think here, I wish I could find that question myself. Here it is. General, want to know why the truck from the wreck feels dark and a bad energy. So it's the truck from the wreck, and that means the other person's truck. Am I right? Let me make sure I have that right. Oh, it's your truck. And
Right, I told you
somebody's
that.
been through it. Okay, so somebody's been through it and broke in. Well, I like what he said then. That absolutely makes sense to try to put some protection around it. One has to wonder if, this, if it was in, if it's what's been involved in the court case, if this was done, maliciously to either try to get evidence or something. Were they looking for something? Is kind of interesting to me. But I feel here that the truck itself is not cursed or has any energy attached to it. However, you might want to put some protection around it to keep people at bay from it. I think that maybe there's somebody out there that, wanted something from that truck. Now, to be fair, I don't know what kind of community you live in. So I don't know if somebody just thought the truck would be easy to break into and steal from. I don't know. So, but if it's not, then it does lead me to wonder if there isn't something going on between the person who got in the accident with you. And she had a car. Okay, okay. And it doesn't have to be her, right? She's got a legal team probably. She's got family.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the truck is not at your house.
Oh.
Or I don't know because it sort of seems like we're only getting parts of sentences, so I don't know if I can put it all together. I'm sorry.
I know because we have a delay, between the chat and us, so sometimes we get lost in it. But I think what you're saying is it wasn't a break in at your house. Oh, I can't rule that out. I can't rule that out. Um, but I don't know why the what. Oh, I guess because you're suing the sheriff. That could be then, because remember, I said people who were involved in the lawsuit. So I focused on the driver that you're suing, but it could be the sheriff because you're suing them too. Do you have anything you want to add? Did you go through the Lenormand at all?
No. The Lenormand says that maybe this isn't over. Maybe there's more coming. The stork, like maybe there's a new situation, and I get the feeling like it could be something to do in the legal department because of that tower there. We're not sure if we know what that is either, though. What do you mean?
Oh, they don't know that you're suing them too. I see.
Okay.
Ah, I got it. I followed you. Hmm, I don't know. I would just protect if you can. I think you said it's not on your property, but if you can do something, was it towed to a yard? Is that it? It was probably towed to a yard. And anything goes when they do that sort of thing too. Who knows who's been through that vehicle? Um, I don't know. I'm thinking it's not necessarily. I don't know what I want to
Okay, I'm
say.
really confused because now you're saying it is on your property, but you said no, not at your home. I don't
I
know.
think when he said not at the home, that meant the home wasn't broken into.
Uh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm sorry, we're confused here. So,
Well, if it is, if the car is the truck is on your property, you can do what I said if you want. You can try to, put salt around it. That would seal it from, other energies getting in there.
yeah, if you really think the energy is emanating from the truck, but I'm not seeing that here. I'm almost thinking it could be somebody else had just a hand in this. And this is why don't we ask if the truck, why don't we do a quick yes no and ask definitively if the truck has bad energy attached. Let's see what we get. I mean, I can't rule that out either, which in that case, then you have to exercise it.
Well, that's what the salt is.
Right. You want to shuffle a couple times and
Sure.
cut. Yeah, we're sorry. Sometimes, like I said, it can get, so the more of your question you can get out there in the beginning, and yeah, you can ask questions as we go, the better because we get kind of lost in the string. So we're old. Oh, unbelievable. I pulled the star reversed, and
So it's good luck. It could happen, but it could not happen. The star reversed maybe indicates that
maybe there is some bad energy.
there is some bad energy there, or um, nothing good will come of it.
Well, I would say this. The car probably makes you, I mean, I'm sure the truck makes you feel pretty unnerved now that all of this happened to you, even if it was the other person's fault. And so there probably is some negativity there. The star is reversed, and to me, that's kind of a darkening of the light, so to speak. And it could just be because it was involved in the crash. I mean, if we want to think that things can have energy, or maybe, how do I want to say this, attract energy from things that happen, especially like that, then maybe it's true. Maybe it's not necessarily something somebody put into the car, but maybe it's something that is attached right now. And in that case, I think Mr. O's advice does stand. So
Good luck with that.
so good luck with that. And it says noteworthy to me, even though the sun is not a bad card, Jamie, that you had both the sun and the star reversed. So take that to the bank. Good luck with that. All right.
Yeah, salt is good for negative energies. It's also good for unwanted spirit energies. So it would cover both bases. You're welcome.
Lena is up. Hi, Lena. I know you
And
posted.
Lena asked about her mom. Her mom is in critical condition at the hospital. Do we see her recovering for the next 3 weeks?
Oh my goodness. Did this just happen, Lena, or
Well,
has
we're
she been
definitely
there?
sorry.
I mean, I know you said she's been ill, but I thought she was at home.
And of course, do keep in mind, we're not licensed to practice medicine, so all we can do is tell you what we feel the cards are saying.
Your deck, Mr. O.
Is it? Alrighty, let's see. What do I want to use?
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Lena.
I'm going to use my Neon Tarot.
Oh, I hope so. Okay. Wow, it's so colorful.
What?
I like the color. It's so
Oh.
colorful. I like the way it shimmers when you were shuffling it.
And the first card is the Eight of Swords reversed. So it's one of the best cards to have reversed.
Well, that's a good sign.
The next card is the Page of Pentacles upright. Looks a little familiar.
Looks religious.
And the next card, it's Jason Momoa. No, it's the King of Cups. But that's like Aquaman, right?
Oh, you got all, the cards in the right position here, Lena. I never want, in a situation like this to give people too much hope, but let's take a look at the Lenormand while we're at it here.
That's the bouquet. And the letter.
I'm hoping for the best for your mom. Right now, it may not look so good to you, but it looks like she's fighting. She's fighting hard to free herself from what is, keeping her there. She's fighting in her own way to try to come out of that critical condition mode.
She is trying to come out of that critical condition. A lot of this may indicate that maybe where the duress is more on the mental level, that maybe as much as she can try to be positive minded about her situation, that will help. They say that, that being too depressive doesn't help good health. So she's trying to think better thoughts. She's trying to move to the situation where she can feel health.
And with the Page of Pentacles upright, I think here, well, it
Yep.
looks like a solid card for potential some healing. The page is the youngest of the court and possibly the most vitality. So I think a lot is going to depend on, her strength and vitality and, how strong her physical shell is because the pentacles are about, the body, about our material self. And so I feel here that, there's potential here for some small amount of healing to occur. And I think here it might be due to some diligence from her healthcare providers.
I'm going to go back to this one and say that this to me expresses that she is on or will be on a journey towards her health. That this is the beginning of her moving towards getting healthy again. This was the inclination of her to want to, but clearly she will be moving towards her health journey. That means, listening to her doctors, listening to her health team, and trying to do the things that they want for her. And the King of Cups to me says she has to be kind to herself and everyone else, that really her emotional state, her heart state needs to elevate as well. She needs to feel the kindness of others who are trying to help her. She needs to reciprocate kindness where she can. It sort of is kind of like, the golden rule in a way.
I kind of feel that this, for me, emulates, and it's just for me with what I'd said, it emulates her healthcare team. And I feel that they're
Good
doing
point.
their part, they're doing everything they can. Maybe, it looks that way. Their intentions are good. But you see,
Septicemia, that's serious.
yeah, it is very serious. That's why I'm saying I think they're doing everything they can, Lena, but it really is up to her body and if her body can release itself. I think inside she's trying really hard to rally, and we might see some improvement. You might see some improvement. There's a letter here with flowers that indicates, that some good news might be coming. But I don't want to get your hopes up too much. I mean, we've had experience with septicemia, and it's not always worked out. So, and in one case, we lost somebody to septicemia. And so I wish your mother, good luck in her struggle. I see here she's really trying. I see here they're doing what they can, and she may rally. This is a positive card in the middle here. So I'm going to hold out some hope for you that maybe, there might be some improvement coming.
We sure hope so.
I wish you luck with that. Good luck.
Oh, I don't remember
Yeah,
that
I remember
exactly.
that from a while back. I do. So like I said, I
I
don't
hope
know.
not.
When I see a card reading like this and that page of pentacles there, I don't know if this is a temporary rally or if it will take her totally through a recovery. That I can't tell you here. But I
Keep,
what?
keep in mind that Charles is a snapshot of in time. It's possible that it looked that way when we did that reading. We're not saying this overrides that. This is a snapshot in time too.
Well, I feel here it's really her battle to win, and it's no reflection on her if she doesn't win this battle. It's a tough fight against septicemia. I really feel for you right now, and so that's why I just want to say you hang in there with her. You try to keep her strong, as best you can, or the family, if you can't get to her, the family around her, rally them around her and try to keep her strong. And because, she's in a coma, even, or whatever, if they have her in an induced coma or whatever, they know, there is some things going on inside. They sometimes can hear the people that are in the room with them. And so keep her spirits high, keep her feeling that she will rebound, she can come through this, and let them do their job. They're doing what they can. And hopefully she'll rally. I wish you luck with that. There is some hope here. Good luck.
You're welcome.
Hey,
We
you're
will,
welcome,
we will
Lena.
try to keep our thoughts there.
Shirley's up.
Surely. Do you need help?
I'm getting there. Here it is. May I please ask what are T's current feelings and next actions towards me? I saw him coincidentally yesterday, and I had a vision the day before I would see him. Oh, wow. Well, you definitely have a link. I think, sometimes those links are one sided, sometimes they're not. So I can't say here, but I definitely see you have a link if you did that. Yep. Well, let's see. Now, I do a number of readings here, Shirley, so especially with relationships, and I sometimes lose track of things. And I'm wondering here, did I tell you recently that you might run into him somewhere, them somewhere? It might have been someone else because I remember talking to somebody about that, but I think it might have been somebody else.
And happy hour is not at 4 p.m. this week. It's actually at,
Back to its normal time for the next 3 weeks, right, Mr. O?
yeah, it will be. I want to change that. Hold on.
Sure.
There we go.
Well, no, but I saw something this week as well, Shirley. I had a weird episode happen to me. I saw a figure behind me when I was in my the first floor bathroom here. And I just looked up into the mirror because I was about to take some meds and I saw something behind my head. Something behind my head here. Just the image of a head and a partial image of an upper body, and it disappeared. And I couldn't figure it out. I started talking to it to see if I could get a response or feel something more, but whatever it was, I'm not totally sure. I have some thoughts, but I'm not totally sure.
Right.
Got the Seven of Wands upright. Hmm. Page of Pentacles reversed.
Boy, that's the third time the pages come up for.
Well, if we haven't had enough pages, how about because we had the Page of Cups, right? We had the Page of Cups in that
No, we
one
had the
reading.
Page of Pentacle two other times, but we also did have the Page of Cups.
Yeah. Well, we've only done 3 readings, so.
Right. It's been in each reading.
Oh, I didn't think. Okay.
It was there. I'm sure it was.
Uh-huh. All right, Page of Swords reversed. Well, go ahead. What do you got?
First, there is a mountain, and it's Snaky Snake.
What?
Snaky Snake's trying to get up the mountain.
I just don't get this, Shirley. um, I don't know. We've got a card of victory here and support, and that's the Six of Wands. And
Well,
go on.
was he deceived about how hard it would be?
I don't know. Well, first off, are we answering the question when we say that? What's their next intentions, right? What are T's current feelings and next actions towards me? It's just that she saw him recently and had a
Right, right,
vision
right.
there.
But somebody is deceived or somebody.
Well, I don't want to go to the Lenormand, but if you want to
Okay.
go to the Lenormand,
It
do.
was just what I threw out. That's fine.
No,
I didn't do the other cards yet, so I'll do
I'm
those.
trying to figure out how it all fits. Boy, these cards lately, they've been really all over the place. Go on.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh,
I'm looking.
all right. Well, I'll be ready then, I guess. I think his current feelings are mixed, to say the least. On one hand, he feels something towards you. I don't know if he wants to support you in some way or feel like you somehow lift him up. He feels good in some way here. His current intentions, though, are not necessarily following up on that. Let's just put it that way for now.
The writing is very tiny.
Well, I mentioned what they were.
I know you did.
You could ask.
So the Seven of Wands, he's making a stand of some sort, or he wants to. Is that the Seven of Wands? No.
It is the Seven of Wands. My bad.
Okay.
I
That
read it as the
is it.
Six of Wands, so
Okay.
I will refresh that.
Boy, we're really batting 100
We're having
today.
a bad time tonight. I don't know what it is. But I do know I feel very warm in here tonight. It's just really odd. The air conditioning's on. All right. Let me just settle down a minute. Okay. The Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands to me indicates that he feels Well, I think he feels kind of cocky here in a way. He feels like he has the upper ground in this situation. I think he feels like, it's up to him to set things in motion. And, whether he's going to do that or not, I'm not sure. I feel like if it's about you, though, he may kind of value you. He may feel that you kind of rise above other people, but yet he still wants to maintain kind of control here.
Well, I don't know if that's how he feels about you so much about, but more about maybe him saying his intentions are to try to stand up for you or try to make this stand. And I'm assuming that it's in your favor because that's how we're asking the question. And that's the Seven of Wands to me is he wants to stand up for something. And so I'm thinking that's you. But that doesn't mean that he's made his mind up yet exactly how he's going to do it or that he's actually put it into motion yet. It's we're talking about his feelings and intentions.
Right. Well, the question's very neutral, and so I'm going to try to keep it that way. I mean, but I'm going to try to give you what I think his intentions are. That is, if I can keep straight what the cards are. I know that's the Page of Pentacles, and so the Page of Pentacles reversed indicates to me that something is really delayed and slow in getting off the ground. It seems as though he's not ready to move forward on anything at this point. He may have some interesting intentions towards you or feelings for you, but there's just some things that, he's either really operating in slow motion here or he's got a lot of other things going on in his life that he just can't, find the time to really get things going.
There is a focus, and it is possibly time related. I think they kind of combine it in a way to suggest that there is some sense of an insecurity, either about feelings, but also too about the practical way of going about clarifying them or moving forward on them.
I like that because I was struggling with what I was going to do with that Page of Swords. And I think it is about communication. I think he's worried. He's either worried about,
He's stalking you, Shirley.
no, he's not. Is he? Well,
We
you
locked
know,
eyes. Coincidentally, he drove past me. I've seen him drive past my place a few times. He's stalking you. Okay, he's working up his nerve, maybe.
well, I take it it's not because he lives in the neighborhood, right? I mean, so that's interesting to me, but there are some kind of tricky cards here. I'm just going to lay that out for you. And I would say that with the Page of Swords reversed, you got to be careful that he's everything he seems to be.
Oh my God! So I got this one wrong again. I thought it was the Page of Cups.
We are really having issues. Now, I had said the Page of Swords several times, but it's okay. I messed this one up. So, we're just having a little issue here. You need to take some breaths like I just did. No, not like that. The the Page of Swords sometimes can indicate an imposter. I'm going to say that. Page of Swords can also indicate someone who is rather feckless or reckless in the way that they do things. They're not very careful. They're kind of callous. They may even, like, okay, fluff off communicating with you. When you combine, is it because I'm doing this he's getting up?
No, there was a noise back over that way because he's looking over that way.
Okay. When you combine the Page of Pentacles with the Page of Swords, what you're getting is somebody here who's slow to act, maybe has problems communicating, or maybe is being a little bit dishonest in their communications. You got to be careful with this one because
Well,
this
the Lenormand is what really
that's
perturbed me
where
because I'm looking at the snake and the mountain and I'm thinking he feels it's not going to be as hard as he thought because the mountain represents struggles. And so he has deceived himself into thinking it would be harder and it's not going to be. Is it? No?
I don't know. I think here that You got to be careful and figure out what his intentions really are, at some point here. So if he's just driving by your place and nothing's really coming of it, I don't know, I'd be a little bit concerned here. The snake can be about betrayal and deception and dishonesty. And the mountains here indicates challenges and problems. So there's just a lot of red flags in this reading more than I've seen, I think, when you've asked about this person in other readings. So I am a little bit concerned about what I'm seeing here today. I can't guarantee that his intentions are necessarily pure. But and maybe he's kind of power tripping over you. He feels like he's got control over the situation.
We might want to ask it again in the
I think
future.
so. I'm sorry, but I do think so. There's really kind of an odd vibe coming
I
off
mean,
of him.
maybe there's something else about your situation that means something else, not like that kind of situation, but something else.
But I would say this, if you don't, I don't know how well you know the person, okay? But if you don't know them well, really, whenever you run into them again, see if you can't take a moment to strike up a conversation or whatever and just see what happens. Do they shy away from it? Do they, or do they want to engage? Are they trying to hide something or are they willing to engage? I would just check this out more, and be a little bit cautious.
Right.
Yeah. So I'd be a little concerned. In this day and age, we don't know what we're dealing with anymore. I hear these crazy stories every day that make my head spin. So,
Just today, somebody at work told me that they didn't want to confront somebody else because of consequences they felt.
so be careful out there because even in businesses, people do not know what they're dealing with anymore. We just had an episode in a, how do I want to call it? A howdy towdy suburb of Metro Detroit where the rich people hang out. But at a fitness center where some guy went berserk on the staff and started throwing things at them and acting out, and police were called. And then he almost ran over a police officer,
Trying,
damaged police cars, and they were wrestling with him to try to arrest him. I mean, it was crazy. A police chase, all of that. Is it worth it? Is it worth throwing your life away? I don't understand people. That's all I'm saying. And gosh, you got to wonder if you came from money, why are you acting like this? What are you doing? What are you doing to your life? Ah, oy.
thanks,
Anyway,
Shirley.
take care, Shirley. I'm sure your situation is not that bad, but I am saying here, be cautious about this one, and kind of try to check them out as best you can. Good luck with that. All right, we finally made it to Crystal. We're sorry. We're just a little bit scattered today, but
We're
hopefully,
much more scattered than normal.
yeah, I have to say, I don't know what's going on. I admit my workout exhausted me.
All right. Is that my deck then or yours?
Um,
It was your deck.
yeah, I used my deck, so I'll be doing this. Okay, so Crystal posted a question.
Yes. Does my ex Nixon still have feelings towards me, or has he moved on? So we can always do the yes or no if we don't seem to be
Has
getting
he moved on?
a
Okay.
specific answer.
Okay. Oh.
All right, Crystal. Our first card is the reversed Ace of Wands. Then it's the reverse Nine of Swords. All reversed, and then it's the reverse Chariot. So I kind of reading between the lines, and I'll get to the matter in a moment, but I think he has moved on. I'm not sure that I'm seeing the sense of
What
feelings
does
yet.
that tell you?
Crossroads, yes. And I didn't even see that. But I'm just looking at the tarot, and I feel it's kind of definitive. Uh, Probably no feelings. He probably has. That's the Ace of Wands reversed. I think he's realizes no growth happens here, or growth is no longer possible here. Nine of Swords maybe says there was some amount of anxiety or fears or problems he felt, but they're being relieved now. And so maybe that is because he is moving on. And then it's the Chariot, and it's reversed. And that could be saying, like, maybe he's having trouble moving on, but it could also just be saying he's moved into a totally different direction.
Yeah, I don't know if he's with somebody right now or not. I can't totally get a beat on that because I'm getting a little bit of a mixed signal on that. But I would say this, that with the Ace of Wands reversed here, he's probably not thinking about what has passed. You know, he's looking at this as now water. I hate to put it that way, but water under the bridge, you know, because the Nine of Swords here reversed tells me that that is swords, right?
Mm.
Swords. Tells me that he has dealt with any stress or emotional anxiety.
It's the Six of Swords. I'm sorry.
Reversed.
Well, six and nine. Six
Yeah.
and nine. Think about it.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I know we got to slow down when we're putting the cards up, though. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Okay, so it's the Six of Swords.
Yeah.
It doesn't change it for me. Um, Although maybe I have to think
Hey,
about
can I
this
see it
better.
a minute?
Yes, you can. You're welcome, Shirley. Leave us to our off night.
There are 9 of these spokes here, though.
Look at the swords.
Oh, are those the swords?
Here, give it to me.
Okay, I'll let you. It's 6 of swords then. Okay.
Maybe it is the nine.
It is the 9.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It is the 9. He
I
was.
doubted myself.
It's okay. But it looks like the 6 when it's reversed.
I said that.
I know you did. So, anxieties and stresses he may have felt about, the relationship are easing now, are
Or about the
gone.
breakup.
Pardon me?
Or about the
But,
breakup.
well, that's what I meant about the past relationship. Because I talked about it being in the past here. Maybe you didn't realize
Right, you
that.
did.
And then we had
Chariot.
the chariot reversed. The chariot reversed. I'm having a feeling here. This is why I'm saying I think he is definitely on a different path, but I think his life is kind of stalled right now, and he may be kind of more isolated. Now, that could mean maybe he's isolating himself with someone else. He's not out there anymore. He's kind of, though, in a more isolated place and searching for maybe his new direction, where he wants to go next.
At second glance, that chariot reverse maybe tells me that he is reluctantly moving on because maybe he feels like there's a regret that he might have had a better situation than he realized had passed him by. But I do feel, Crystal, 1983, that he has moved on. And the Lenormand shows the crossroads, which is a true sign of somebody feeling like there's a new path ahead of them. And of course, the tower can stand for isolation. It can also stand for maybe they're getting more involved in their work,
That could be
or something else that's more of a
institutional.
institutional quality of some sort.
Whether it's school or work, something like
Something
that.
like that.
I like that. But I do think that he's trying to find his direction, and maybe he's directing himself, as Mr. O suggests, to more of the material side of his life right now. So
So
I don't
that's
know
what
if
we
that
got.
resonates. I wish I had better news, but it just doesn't look positive. It looks like nothing.
Well, you said you broke up, and I'd say he has moved on.
Yeah. So sorry to tell you that. Wish you luck going forward, though. Good
Yourself,
luck with
right?
it.
Does it? Okay, thank you. I didn't realize you were there. I thought maybe you weren't there and you would come back later, but thank you.
Thank you so much. And yeah, and thank you, Shirley, for your patience with our reading. We're sorry we're misreading some of these cards.
Yeah,
Some of them are labeled kind of badly, and so if we're having a bad day, we're maybe got to focus more on them. Because
we apologize for being a bit off tonight.
yeah, I have to admit, I really got zonked after my workout today. I was doing a lot of laundry and up and down stairs with heavy loads of laundry the last few days, and my back problems really kicked in today, and it made my workout that much more burdensome.
All right, Nada wants to know if her doctor will call her soon.
Today?
Well, she said soon.
Oh, soon. Okay.
Jeez, why are you putting words in my mouth?
Hey, I didn't hear it. I thought you said tonight.
Will my doctor call me soon?
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Well, we all say that we say things and then we wonder why
Thank
no one
you
hears
for your
them.
understanding.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Oh, he's gonna play a trump card on me.
No one can do that.
He's right.
And it's not Trump, it's Trump. D capital RUN.
That's not the way he signs off.
Too bad. That's the way he is known.
All right.
And if any of
Sorry
you don't
here.
like
Now
it,
we're just
if any of
really
you
off
don't
the
like it, you can
rails.
go away.
Whoa!
What did I say?
Whoa! Scorpios, when they're cranky, they are no fun.
Who could not be cranky with all this?
All right. I'm using my new dog tarot.
That's a bitch. All right. Will your doctor call soon?
Well, why would I not be surprised that this card would show up? It's showing up so much lately. I'm seeing the Hierophant
Reverse.
everywhere lately, including in our cards. You'll see soon enough. All right. And then we have, all right, hold on. I know this one. It's the nine of something.
Um,
What?
stuffing, right?
Yeah. Pentacles. It's the nine of pentacles.
Okay. Okay.
I know I'm right. See, because look at that's the six of pentacles scales.
So what makes that
The circle around the nine. They have different symbols there.
wouldn't that be like the hermit then?
Look at the cup.
I see. Okay.
I know
see.
these.
I see. Now I got it.
I know these cards. So
It didn't seem that
the
way.
Hierophant reversed, the nine of pentacles reversed, and the three of cups upright.
The clouds. And you know that dark side is towards the tower.
I have to do a yes no on this one. But I do think here that,
I don't think they're going to call soon.
yeah, I'm not sure they're going to call soon, but I think they're supportive. I think they are supporting you because of this and the hair. Well, the Hierophant reverse might indicate to me that they might take a different approach, whether it's to contacting you or maybe, gosh, I've lost my voice. They've they're looking at alternative solutions to talk to you about, to discuss with you.
Okay, I like that. That's kind of interesting. And you know, everybody's doing that these days. You know, you have to sign into the portal and then the portal will tell you what you want. You're not really communicating directly. You're just, but to me, it's more interesting that I see the Nine of Pentacles here, and this says a quality of somebody who doesn't feel comfortable or doesn't feel they're in their comfort zone. And that may be why the doctor doesn't call soon, or maybe the consideration that they have that they just feel uncomfortable for some reason. Now, maybe it's because they're moving to this new era of different kind of communication. I can see that.
I'm not sure it's all about communication, but I think it's about what they want to communicate. So maybe it's that. Maybe they're thinking of alternative ways of handling your case, but I think they're looking at maybe possible alternatives to treating you, and they're not comfortable yet to discuss their findings with you, maybe. And that could be what it is too. They're not comfortable yet. I mean, Mr. O talked about the comfort zone. That's where I was totally on page with him. But I'm taking it more in terms with what they have to talk to you about.
I think I can go that far.
Okay.
So then with the Three of
Because,
Cups, though, upright,
yeah,
this may indicate that they feel still a good prognosis is going to happen, or that somehow they will be able to rise to the occasion to communicate with you.
I'm
Thank you,
coughing.
Sonny. It's sunny.
Well, I don't think he did this to me. It started before he jumped up here. But anyway, go on.
I think it's a sign that they want to communicate with you when they feel they have good news, something good to share. And
Like
so
that.
and so maybe it's not going to be soon because they don't really have figured out exactly what's going on to the point where they would feel. Doctors are like mechanics and engineers. They go for the easiest solution first, and then if that doesn't work, then they go to the next layer. So that may be what's going on with whatever situation you have, is they're looking at the things that are the easiest to say, no, that's not it. And then finally they come with what they feel they are comfortable in being able to tell you. So I do feel like ruling out certain things works in your favor.
The Three of Cups is usually something about celebrating with friends, and I'm using plural there for a reason. It's not just a friend, it's not just a doctor. He might be consulting with other people right now. Whether, it's about a drug therapy that he's experimenting with, or maybe what his recommendation might ultimately be, and that's maybe what he's working on too, is perhaps there may need to be some other specialist or doctor involved in your care. And so I almost sense a team here, a team approach. And so maybe some things still have to be worked out before they contact you. And here again, Nada, I don't know if you're expecting, you said maybe you have some health issues. I don't know if you're expecting maybe that you might have to have some surgery or something, have to maybe be admitted to a hospital, because it's either a hospital or a medical treatment center of some sort. Maybe it's your doctor's office. I have a feeling, you might be called in there because there might be something that they have difficulty in conveying to you, maybe by phone. Maybe it's something they're better off talking to you about in person.
Bingo. I think that's what it is they're not going to call you soon. They're going to figure out exactly how to get you in to talk to you. They feel more comfortable explaining what's going on in person. And I do feel that maybe there's a slight edge of discomfort on their parts because they do feel that this does mean you have to present at a hospital for some sort of situation or some
Maybe
sort of care
tests.
care center or something.
Mhm.
So it could be more tests. It could be maybe what will be part of a treatment plan. I'm not as sure that I feel it's about surgery because
Hard to say.
I don't see the swords
Yeah.
here, which would kind of make me feel that way. So I feel like maybe it won't be that and that'll be okay. It just may be something that they feel they need to say this in front of you in person.
Or, maybe to get you in there too to look at more of your vitals, maybe take more blood. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling, if anything, you might get a call back to make an appointment.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I'm thinking. But you'll have to let us know how that turns out for you, Nada.
Good
I'd be
luck, Nora.
curious, and I wish you luck and healing.
We
Good
do.
luck with that.
Good
It
luck.
seems like they mean well. When I see that Three of Cups there, I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah.
So, good luck with that.
Please let us know. We care. And you're
We
welcome.
absolutely do. All right, Kara, do you dare?
Kara
probably
wrote us something a few moments back. It was about the thing that happened at her door.
Oh, there it is.
I got a knock on my door. No one opened. No one was there.
What is going on this week? I mean, I had this.
When was the last day for Mercury returning or getting out?
I actually think it might be.
Tomorrow?
No, hold on a minute. It's actually next Monday, the 25th would be two.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Kara, I saved this just for you.
Uh-oh.
I'm using the Agatha All Along Tarot because your question is so creepy.
But I mean, I had a vision 2 days ago
Then I'll use the deck for you.
that I can't explain. Um, I tried to get some answers from my cards. They weren't completely ambiguous, but I don't know. I just had a feeling it could have been my father. I'm not sure why, but it could have been my aunt because this is her birthday month. I didn't see enough of the head or face, only that it was almost as short as me, just slightly above my head and to the side a little bit, and they were gone. And
For those who don't know, Agatha All Along is Agatha Harkness, a character on the Disney Marvel TV show the same name, Agatha All Along. She started on the Scarlet Witches program a year or two before that. And basically, she's an old-fashioned witch who encounters many interesting people and situations in her TV show. And then they made the cool tarot deck. And it is a pretty cool deck. I like it.
there's no ambiguous cards in that one.
Hardly any.
So
There are some things about it that do make it unique, of course. So here we go, Kara. Ooh, the star.
nice. And definitely could mean somebody was visiting.
Well, this is Teen's parents.
Okay.
Remember, Teen died, and then Wiccan incarnated into him.
Okay.
And remember, it was the car. He died tragically in the car or something like that.
Hey, do you have the Lenormand? Oh, there. I'm sorry.
The next one is the chariot, and you see somebody's feet, Agatha, or somebody's along the witch's
Is it
road.
upright?
Yes, it is. And then finally, of course, it was somebody you know. It's Death.
Well, you don't know death, but
Death was played by a person who was sort of like involved with Agatha previously, so it was kind of interesting. Was she that person, or did Death become her?
wow. You want to talk about your mixed bag here? Turn it around. Sorry.
The cross, the bouquet.
Well, I've got a couple of things to say about that combination. Um, You said you didn't feel bad about it, and ironically, Kara, I didn't feel really bad about the person that popped up behind me either. That's what I'm trying to figure out, and I think it was family, but I'm not sure. At any rate, the star for you could indicate definitely a visitor from beyond, I think, for sure. And this is not a threatening visit. clearly, by all the cards we have here, this was not a threatening visit.
In the context of the TV show that the image comes from, is this possibly indicate this is a person from your past, maybe even further past, who is about to be born again? Because that's what
Well,
happened
stay
in the
tuned.
show.
Stay tuned. You're getting there. So the chariot indicates that they're on the move, and they definitely move through just to say hi, apparently, or maybe just to let you know that they're still with you in some way here. But I do think they may be transitioning. I think that they may be moving on. Or this card, you know, getting death and then getting the flowers and getting the cross is really interesting to me, Kara, because the flowers and the cross sometimes when they come together indicate a cemetery, indicate a recent funeral. And the death card too with that, I mean, I almost want to take the death card literally because of that, which makes me wonder if it wasn't your Nana. Because she died recently, right?
Yeah, that's where my money's at. I'm sort of feeling it's
Kind of feeling it could have been your Nana. Because this is like, and also if we took the cross and the flowers at more, even more face value, the cross is sorrow and sadness, but the flowers is joy. And I think here there's, Nana's probably feeling the sadness she had to leave you, but she feels such joy to still be a part of things and a part of everybody's lives.
was Narna a Catholic by chance? Because if she was a Catholic, or even if she wasn't, it would be good for you to maybe go by there to the grave, or I don't remember if she was cremated or not. But maybe if none of that applies, make your own little altar at your home. Leave a gift for Nana. Leave
Yeah,
flowers that she might like or that she did like.
flowers. I like that.
Flowers, yes.
Yeah. But I can't help but wonder because it just seems like she was just passing saying, I'm still
Protestant.
here. And I think it just points to this recent just cemetery funeral kind of situation here. So pretty wild. I
Well, I
think
would
you
say
would
you should do something in her memory, like flowers she
agree.
would like.
And I think that
She might be wanting to stick around for a
thank
while.
you for the visit. I'm beginning to think now maybe I jumped too soon on the transition. Sure, the chariot could mean that, but I think the knock, is just saying I'm still here. I'm still moving about, and
Oh, Lutheran, those are the ones that eat babies. That's what my Catholic babysitter told me when I was 5 or 6. She said,
are you
don't go by
kidding
that
me?
Lutheran church. She honestly did that.
Isn't it funny how sects of Christianity just fight with each other like that? What do they think they are? Pagans? No, you can do that too.
Years
But
later, of
anyway.
course, I realized that she was just trying to scare a little kid.
Wow,
Anyway,
Kara, this reading definitely signals
very,
to
very
me
cool.
a visitation. So, you might want to focus on the beloved dead and
Have a dumb
see
supper.
if she had a message for you,
Yeah.
just say, is there a message, Nana, you have for me? And see what card you could pull. Maybe you could, on the throne, look through your deck and see if there's a card there that represents your Nana to you. Put it in the center there, and then shuffle your cards and see if there's a message. Put her right there on the throne and see what you get.
Very cool.
I wish you luck with that.
Good luck, Kara. Thanks for coming.
Wow. Crazy reading, Kara.
And that was Agatha all along. All right. So then we're on Ari,
Hi, Ari.
and Ari asked us about something great happening to her, good events happening to her next year or in this year. Let me see if I can find that. And that was a cool question. Can you tell me what will be the biggest events happening for me next month?
Next month. Okay.
All right. Well, we sure hope there are some.
Biggest events happening for me next month in general.
All right.
So in general, got it. And
That's your deck.
it is my deck.
And I need the Lenormand.
Huh? Oh. Well, hey, I had to grab them from you earlier. It happens. Happens.
You're welcome.
Oh, did I not post it again? Or I did? It is posted.
It is posted.
It is posted. All right.
So I will mention that Sunday we will be back, and it'll be a lot busier Sunday than it is tonight. For some reason, Sunday brings everybody out, but we're doing the same live stream from 2 to 4 p.m. on Sunday.
But we had a number of people bail on us on Sunday.
But we were busy to the end.
Well, we made it to the end. That is true. Because some people came in as well. So, okay.
Alrighty.
Another card we had this week. Judgment is here.
It's Judgment.
Upright. I was going to say, wow, they're all upright. I can tell, but that doesn't mean they're all good. Ten of Swords upright.
Well, you wanted to know about big events.
The King of Swords is upright.
So it's kind of bam. Number one, that Ten of Swords, some friend of yours is probably going to stick it to you, or somebody's going to stick it to you.
Whether it's a worker in your personal life, it seems as though there's a betrayal of some sort coming. Yeah, that kind of stands out as a big event and not a happy one.
No.
But the happier event is Judgment here. Judgment here is going to just, I think in September, something is going to just awaken inside of you. You know, this isn't an external event. This is more an internal event. You know, it's almost as if you're ready to do a makeover of some sort. Whether it's a physical change in appearance or style of clothing or doing something differently, or if it's something, a mindset. You know, something is going to shift in you and change, and change you, basically change you. And you're going to feel the urge, you're going to be feeling compelled to do this for some reason.
Well, I almost wonder if this epiphany, this realization area that you might have, is about the person who you thought was good to you, but really is going to stab you in the back. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it could be two different things. Like maybe you have a real big breakthrough, like, oh, I could do this. And all of a sudden it just seems like that opens up. And to me, that would be something like a change in career, like really you decide you want to do something else different for work, or you get it together to move, or something happens that puts you in a whole different field of friends,
mind or
people,
something.
or frame of mind. But if it isn't the frame of mind that leads to the idea that you realize one of your friends is stabbing you in the back, maybe, and you're going to have to let them go.
I really think the cards are not related, they're events. But you
I'm fungible.
if you see it as one thing,
I'm fungible.
that could be. But I'm looking at that Ten of Swords as something else you're going to be dealing with. And you're absolutely right, Ari. The Ten is the worst card here, for sure.
Yeah.
The King is pretty upright. And I think here that you might meet somebody who is an air sign, might be a little bit older than you, or some maturity here for sure. Somebody who might be established in a career of some sort, who will either become a friend or more for you.
No,
maybe you're definitely going to meet some interesting dynamic character here, who I think might be involved maybe with legal work or some maybe educational work is possible too with the sword. Could be a doctor.
You're right. This could just be big changes in general. And you did ask about that. Hi, Kelsey. Hey. You're just in time. Nearly. The King of Swords, to me, I don't know if that's an external, like another person you might meet, older, not. I think it's more likely you really deciding you have to do something, really making a really important decision to do something. And so I think once again that could be related to your choice of job or something like that. Maybe it's a personal decision that doesn't necessarily change everything for all time. But, like, say, for example, you say, okay, I'm not going to go out and do party stuff for 1 month or something like that. I mean, I think it's a big decision for you that you decide you could possibly do something that would be helpful to you. Now, on the other hand, like Banshee says, maybe that's a person you meet and maybe they help you realize you should make this decision or maybe they guide you towards that. But one way or the other, I think it is more about your empowerment with that.
Well, Mr. O, blowing my romantic bubble for you here, but I'm going to stick with it. I still think it, and it may not be romance. It may be somebody that you meet, though, that's very interesting, fascinating. It could be a love interest. Um, I'm not going to rule that out. And I remember at one point you were saying, this was a long time ago, I think, when you said something about wanting to possibly meet older men, that maybe they would be more stable. Well, I'll tell you what, though, this person does sound like he could be very stable.
Well, I wonder if the Lenormand actually go towards the idea of any of these. I could see where it could.
Maybe it's another event.
Maybe it's another event. It's the whip and the key. And so you may find as a decision or as an epiphany or as a big change that the key to you having fun this month or positioning for the month beyond is moving fast, doing something quickly
Well, I think the key is reacting to all of these situations
in a timely
in a
manner.
timely manner or swiftly. Like if this person does present themselves
Yeah.
as an interesting romantic interest, hey, jump on it, right? If somebody betrays you, hey, take cover, dump them, whatever it takes, do it, quickly. Just take action quickly. Or jump up and recover yourself like, it didn't mean, don't play the victim for them. Just jump up and recover as soon as you can and get on your feet and don't let it affect you adversely. And finally, with judgment, I would just say if you get this epiphany that a major change in some area of your life or your physical self is necessary, then make the move to do it.
I wouldn't block you for that.
The key is swift movement. I'll look at that.
No. Are you kidding? We survived the 60s and the 70s.
Um, well, Ari, it could certainly be that. I every time I see, like, for example, the woman or the man come up with the whip card, I kind of sometimes,
It's
my
the
mind goes
it's the
there.
older guy. They know how to do it right.
So it could mean a fast romance. It could. It could mean that some or all of these events happen fairly quickly. Like this betrayal, it may be just one and done, and then just be done with that person or situation that has caused that to you. And this, like I said, just make the change and be done with it. Do it. We always say when we get judgment, it's important to heed the call. If you get an epiphany that it's time to make a major move or change in your life, then do it.
So, in practical terms, this could be something like where you work at. Maybe they want you to take a different shift and they want to shift you to different hours. You might have to just do it just to, resolve things or something like that.
We're afraid we weird you all out.
Yeah.
I mean, we were pretty spacey there for a while. I don't know what was wrong. It's like, holy cow. So, and then I lost my voice, and then I was just entertaining in my mind, is some energy messing with us right now? I was just wondering. I was just entertaining that in my mind here because it was kind of,
We both worked out today, so maybe
yeah,
we'll drag you from that.
yeah. So, anyway, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
I think that fits, Ari. So good luck with all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to be super older than you, but he might
Right.
be maybe five
It's
years
just a relative, thing.
Maybe that sounds about right to me. And maybe he's more established in a job or a career, or, he's gotten a degree and is on his way.
Maybe he's got
It
a
sounds,
fast car
it sounds like somebody who's on their way.
already.
And Nicole,
I know, it's so true. It's that Saturn return around 28. It's like the pre-midlife crisis. All right, we are on Nicole, and we have added Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey, how you doing?
well, you're right about that, Ari. Commitment is hard to come by these days. It's a crazy world all the way around.
All right, so the enigmatic question from Nicole is, when will Justin Allen O'Keefe, and they give a birth date, are going to contact me again? So that's a little tricky. Let's see what we can come up with.
Well, let's see. I guess the tarot might tell us if they will or won't.
Yeah, I
They
mean, it
play
might
the
just say
same
no.
influence with my timing cards, right?
Well, we'll hold it in reserve.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to use the ethereal.
Oh,
I thought I would bring it out for a quick roll.
you're welcome.
It's not too bad,
We're just spaced today. We
we're
don't know what hit
spacey.
us today, but
Woo!
otherwise pretty good. I just had a dermatology appointment yesterday. He's now got me on a once a year checkup to see if any strange things are happening with my skin because I am more predisposed to skin cancer taking my cancer drug now and with my cancer. And so he's monitoring me because I had a few problems like late last
You're welcome,
year
Mary.
that we finally have gotten under control. They aren't cancerous. And, but he's decided that I'm a case to be monitored for skin cancer. And hey, I'm not taking any chances. Sure, I will go back in a year. I like this guy too. He's really given me some good advice on things, so I'm really happy with this dermatologist.
All right.
And since I know he's not listening, he's a hottie too. Sorry, Mister.
All right. So, our first card for Nicole is the Page of Pentacles.
Upright?
It's upright.
Is that the fourth time or third? Yeah,
Fourth at least, I
crazy.
think. And then it's the High Priestess.
Mm.
And then it's the Ten of Cups. And they're all upright, so it's quite beautiful. I
Well, you
love
may be.
the Ten of
It
Cups.
is
It's
quite
really
beautiful.
beautiful there. The Moon. Uh-oh. I know you were going to do something, right? Oh, the Coffin. Well,
Are you feeling that they're going to contact you? The high priestess being here in the middle makes me feel that you're pretty sure you're in your mind, you're thinking they will get back
intuitiveness.
in touch with you. And you might be onto something there. You might hear from them again. The Page of Pentacles does indicate the possibility of a communication, a message coming.
I think these two cards really are pretty good for that. The Page of Pentacles does show a younger person who maybe is evolving an interest in accessing things that they don't normally access, more hidden things, more occult things, or you perhaps if you've been out of touch for a while. And the High Priestess, I think, says you yourself, Nicole, have probably been sensing this, or you're sending out the vibes, and maybe on some other level of being they are connecting, and maybe it's just a matter of this person finally receiving and realizing.
Well, I don't know whether you want to hear from them or you don't want to hear from them, what the situation is, but I have a feeling here there is some kind of link between you two also. Not necessarily a soulmate link or anything like that. I mean, I'm not going to rule that out, but I think it's more of a psychic link of some sort. You know, it's kind of like what Shirley said earlier in the show when she had a vision of seeing this guy and then she sees him. It reminds me of, you know, like things that happen with me and Mr. O a lot. We either know what the other person's thinking, or I know he's going to call me and then the phone rings, stuff like that. That kind of connection.
So far there is no definitive when.
Right,
It sort of looks like it's possible
right.
in the now. And maybe because, we're thinking about this, that maybe it'll happen. The last card is the Ten of Cups, and if there is some sort of emotional bond or connection with you and Justin, then it's probably going to reaffirm, or it is affirmed. It's strong. It may involve the fact that either you have shared paths, or you have shared relatives, or you have a sense of family for whatever reasons between you.
Yeah, there's something here. I almost think the communication won't be anything necessarily bitter or unhappy. Maybe, you know, it's about, you know, it's a more, but that being said, I don't know why I have the coffin and the moon here. It, what?
Does the moon mean literally a moon cycle, like it will be X amount of moons?
Not generally with the Lenormand.
But that's how I read them.
I understand that. I give you that liberty. But that's not how I look at the moon. The moon can be about employment success or love relationship, passionate
Romance.
love. But the coffin's here. I mean, is this just to tie up loose ends, this phone call? Have you been broken up?
Um,
If not, or are you trying to see this person? There's something to discuss about ending something. If maybe if you're in a relationship with this person, it's ending the distance between you. Maybe I can't rule that out either.
Tens are also endings.
That's true. So I almost feel like there will be a phone call. It will not be under bad terms, but it still might be discussing an ending of something. And I don't know, the romance card is here and the happy ever ending card is here. And so I'm really puzzled by getting the coffin here. So I'm wondering if there's maybe an ending to something that's been coming between the two of you.
We may not
Maybe.
be able to tell when, because I pulled a card from the middle of the deck just intuitively, and it's the Fool reversed, and that says unexpectedly. And so I have a feeling that maybe when is sooner than not, but it will really be kind of unexpected. It just won't come when you are really totally ready for it or prepared. That may not be necessarily a good thing.
Well, I'm going to take a look at this. This may or may
Not
not.
wanting to be outshone, then she
This
pulls
may or may
the
not be
timing deck.
helpful. Well, I'm not totally happy with the fool there. I mean,
I know, but it is a kind of a sense of that, right?
yeah, that, oh, well, I do know it'll be unexpected, but again, it doesn't really pinpoint a time.
Yeah.
And this may not be that helpful in that regard, too. What are the other cards again? There's the Ten of Cups, there's the
High Priestess and the
Page of
Page of
Pentacles.
Pentacles.
Well, it's possible it could be sometime in the fall.
Hang in there, Kelsey. You're next.
Okay. Well, then I pull 11 months, which I don't believe, but right here is what I think makes sense. It could be within 2 months. I'm almost going to say 2 weeks to 2 months. So I think the fall is the key, or September.
You know what's interesting? 11 is 1 1. 2. The High Priestess is 2. And Page is after 10. So
It's
that's
11.
11. So 2. And then full is 0, but okay. What are those Lenormands up there?
I can't unlock my jaw and you can't see me.
Uh-oh. You're that stunned, eh? So there's an 8.
Yeah, he won't show me.
Oh, close your mouth, you'll catch flies.
I'm just shocked by all the two energy there. And so I do feel that it's possible within 2 months or less. Like I said, maybe 2 weeks. I don't want to say 2 days, but I think that
Nicole, if it's 2 days, you better let us know.
also, Nicole, look at days in the month that have the number two in it, or numerologically, boiled down to
Reduced
the
to 2,
number
right?
two, if you're familiar with numerology. So, anything with the number two in it. And what is today? Oh, the 21st, number two. So I would look at days like that as a possible day he might contact you. That's the best we can do. I think
Yeah,
we've given you some things to look at here.
we
What do
can
you
always
think?
try again. We'll see. All right. So we're on Kelsey. And that was the beautiful Ethereal.
It was a nice deck. I
I
like
really like this deck, yeah.
that other deck though, but no, I like this
The
one.
Midnight Boulevard?
Yeah, well, the one that was real shiny, the purpley one.
Oh, that's the Craftarian
Yeah,
Neon
I like
Tarot.
that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
But
Also,
that ten of cups in that deck you just
yeah,
had.
that's very pretty.
Yeah. All right. Well, I get to
Kelsey.
the next round of interviews at Company.
Oh,
Okay.
we hope so.
Go. And let's see the crazy deck I got. Oh no, this one's not crazy. Let's use that. Your kitty deck.
I'm putting up the sign.
Oh, God, we're that close to 9 and we've hardly had any people. We really dragged today because we were,
I'm tired.
I guess we're tired. To think I got to get the cards of the day out. Oh my goodness. Mr. O will be sleeping on the couch. All right.
Mm.
All right. Let's see what the prospects are here. Ah, the Five of Swords reversed.
Never like that one.
I don't like the follow up either.
Hmm. Three of Swords.
Three of Swords, and then the Hanging Man reversed.
The Lenormand has the Rider and the Crossroads. Let's tell her our tale.
Well, there's a lot going on here. That's for sure. Um, I'm not sure. It doesn't look very positive. I think we might want to try a yes no, but really, if I had to look at the cards here, I would say it's leaning right now towards no because you have the Five of Swords reversed, and it's almost as if somebody is walking away feeling defeated. And that likely could be you. So, there's a sense of defeat or that this is a no-win situation. Maybe that's, how you feel about it or will feel about it. And there's sorrow attached to this. There's some bitterness and sorrow attached to this. I can't mince words here with, the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords together is just showing a lot of bitterness or sadness over
Did you
this.
have a friend there? I think I asked you that before too, because there was something that sort of made me feel like, or maybe you don't know that you know somebody who works there, but I sort of feel like that could represent the sense of separation, like not being with your friend, or with a situation you like. Anyway, Hangman Reverse.
Well, the Hangman reverse to me could indicate that the thinking phase for this is over almost, like maybe they have made their minds up already or are going to really soon. So I think you're not going to, let me put it to you this way though, one way or another, you're not going to be left hanging. You're going to find out one way or another if you're going to make it to this interview or not. Um, it shows movement from a place of making a decision. It's like they're sitting here trying to make the decision, which I think they are making, and making a move. So I think you're going to find out the rider, besides movement, can also be a messenger. So I do think you're going to find out something soon on this.
Right. The hangman may also play into the idea of the Three of Swords that, there is a sense of feeling lost about this or feeling like, you did hit it off so good. What went wrong? And it just could be that other people felt they had to make a different choice. That is the nature of the crossroads, that choices are being made, but you're the rider here, and it may be saying to me that you realize you won't be there, or you don't want to cast all your lots there. You have to be positive minded and consider where your next moves will be, where your next direction is.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know why these are so negative, especially if you hit it off with the person. Um, unless
We would
they
love to be wrong. You have to let us know if they do call you.
Well, I think let's do a yes no too and see. Because maybe this is looking at something beyond the interview, and just because you make it to the next interview doesn't necessarily mean you have the job. It means you're one step closer. So let's see if we can discern that.
That's a cool update, Jamie's. I'm not sure how I feel. I might have to think about that.
Well, who knows? It could be. Um, But I think, if you put your will into keeping the negative energies out and, you encircle it like that with the salt, I think you should worry less. You have
Salt,
less to worry about.
salt usually has two effects. It makes spirits sort of go back into the ground. So if it was just a spirit, but it is protective for other kinds of energies.
I wanted you to shuffle first and hand them to me, and then I'll cut them.
All right.
Thank you.
So this is for Kelsey's yes
Yeah.
or no.
We're going to ask a quick yes no for you, Kelsey. Let's see if we can. Will you get to the next interview stage? I don't know why we got such negative cards there, but it just seems like there's something going on. But
I hope your mom's feeling better too. I know she was in the accident with you.
oh,
It's okay.
I'm sorry. It's a cup. It's the Page of Cups reversed, which means
It
yes.
will come to you naturally.
So I don't know. There just seems to be
And Page of Cups, another message that maybe is delayed or,
has some negative news.
well, I don't know about the negative news, but I'm thinking that Cups, it will come naturally. The Page of Cups, it could just be saying there'll be a more grounded interview on the next one, maybe, not so high and flighty. I mean, like maybe they'll be in reserve a little bit, because they want to be discerning of any other final applicants too, or second stage applicants. So I do feel you may actually end up being called. I don't know if it's proper to register another interest, but you might have to feel that out and say, hey, are you going to call me?
The Page of Cups indicates that you may not see this coming, but clear because it's reversed. I almost feel like that may come suddenly, that you get the call to come in for that interview. And I don't know. It is reversed. I am concerned about the reading overall. I think here that maybe those cards are speaking about what lies ahead. Be prepared to be challenged at this interview if you get this call. Be prepared for you to be challenged, your skills, everything.
Yeah, it's a different
So
interviewer.
make sure do your homework because I think that that's going to be important thinking about the previous reading and some of the energy that I was seeing there. So it's going to be challenging for you, most definitely. But it looks like, according to this, you may get that call.
We sure hope so.
I don't know what will happen after that. There may be.
We'll run the cards again.
Well, we'll run the cards together. If you get that call, we'll run the cards again and see what the energies are, for that interview. But because it didn't look really good right now. But tarot's a snapshot in time, so let's see if this bears out for you or not. One way or another, because of what we saw in the previous reading, you are going to get a message. The Page of Pentacles was there, so I'm sure you're going to get a call one way or the other. So good luck with that,
Kelsey. And that's our night. And look at that. It's 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Wow, how did we do that?
Oh, it took us 2 hours to do 10 readings. Oh my gosh.
Don't tell anybody.
Well, the cards were a bit of a struggle at times today, I will say that. And then some of it was our own fault because we weren't reading the cards right. We weren't, is that the 6 or the 9? I don't know. So we apologize for some of that confusion. And we hope you come back. Come back for more. And of course, we have our happy hour coming up on Saturday at 10 a.m., where we're bound to give you a positive message, even with the darkest of cards.
We have another show tomorrow night. The monthly modality.
When are we going to film that?
I don't know, but we will.
Yes, it's the
Either
monthly
early in the
modality
morning or
message.
in the
And by the
afternoon.
way, if there are any Virgos in the room,
Happy
happy
birthday.
Virgo season. Happy birthday to the Virgos.
Okay, here's something from Nicole. Okay, we did do that. You might have to rewind and do that. It was a very inconclusive kind of answer, Nicole. It sort of indicates like maybe soon. I don't remember it exactly, but it just didn't say. Oh, you said 2. Maybe in a couple months. That's what it was. You had the 2.
Well, we think too. Well, we gave you. You have to. Did you see the
Rewind it.
reading? You'll have to rewind to your reading. We did it already.
Yeah, it's before this last one we just finished, so it's 2 ago.
Yeah, just before Kelsey's reading, the one we just did.
Try to
So,
rewind and check that out.
so check it out. And we're sorry if it seems a little confusing, but we tried to do the best with that. Trying to find a time frame for you was the most difficult part. But I think there's something there you might want to take a gander at. Good luck. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
All right. I want to thank everybody again for giving us these interesting questions.
They were.
Come and give us another shot. I'm sure we'll be better next time. Next time, maybe I'll have some iced tea or something to wake up more.
Sounds good.
Sorry. Anyway, just a bad
Bye,
night.
Kara.
Take care, everybody. Have
Bye,
a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.